Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Brian Bauer, and today we're about to check out something kind of like the Sears Wish Book, at least in Canada. You know, when you went and circled things and you never got them for Christmas, and you go in the New Year's realizing, well, that's exactly what happened, and this is exactly what's going to happen here with the Ibanez Wish Book, or the Ibanez 2022 catalog here. I noticed it's on the website, and I have to kick around this morning and do a couple things, so I figured I'd make a little bit of, cheap content and take a look at it and bring you guys along for the ride. And you can always check it out yourself too, but hey, it's content, it's fun, So here's the thing, is that all these cool guitars, I 100% guarantee you will never make it to a local store here. You'll get stuck with that same old RG with the Edge 3 tremolo that sucks, with those shark fin inlays that sucks. So all these cool ones that are expensive will never be here because they'll market to the Fender Strat guys and the Gibson Les Paul guys. But Ibanez, you can still find them, so still cool. So let's take a look. We got this first one right here. Already looks pretty promising. Some cool kind of looks, I don't know, some fusion fade thing, finish. I can't talk. It's got, looks like an Edge Low Pro tremolo and a set of Fishmans. That's looking pretty cool. So to start off with, we have this. It looks like it's an Andy Timmons model guitar. It looks like a mix of like the AZ but the ATZ, which is pretty cool. Let's see the specs. Got alder body, roasted maple neck, roasted maple fretboard, jumbo frets, 22 frets actually, Wilkinson bridge, and it's got cruisers, and it has a DiMarzio Andy Timmons 1 bridge pickup. Coffee's getting cold already. All right, anyway, Graph Technot, all that stuff. You know what? If you're into Andy Timmons, this is pretty cool. I'm sure this is an awesome little guitar. We'll take a look at this Steve Vai one. We're not going to look at all these today, by the way, but let's see what we got here. Is this an expensive gem? This looks like a cheapy gem. Wizard 3 Meranti body. Oh my god, that was in the video I just shot yesterday too. I don't know what Meranti is. Jabota Tree of Life inlay fret jumbo. Double locking tremolo bridge. Okay, this is a really cheap one. Quantum pickup, so I guess that's what has replaced their other ones. So this is a cheapy gem. I can tell right now because it doesn't have an original edge. I can tell it says Ibanez there. I'm sure it's okay, but that's a cheap one. But that's a Gem Junior, so that's not criticized too much. All right, here we go. RG Prestige. It's the RG 5120M. Remember that. I'm quizzing you. No, I'm not. Anyway, let's take a look. Awesome blue finish. Just looks like the one they were showing before. Now this has a good tremolo. Then it has the Fishman Fluences. I love that it has that wooden back and the double skunk stripe. What we got here? What are the specs? Neck type Super Wizard HP. Don't know what that means, but it's a 5-piece maple neck. That's gonna be super solid. Maple necks are probably the best in terms of wood as far as I'm concerned. I travel with my cheaper Ibanez overseas, like around the world, and it never warped, nothing, and it's maple. And that's not even a Prestige, but it's an awesome one. It's only a 3-piece, so this 5-piece should be solid. Jumbo stainless steel frets. Now this is a good one. It's got the Low Pro Edge tremolo. Fishman Fluence modern humbuckers. This is cool. I know I'll never see this in a store around here. You'd have to order it in. Let's take a look at it in Polar Lights. So that's what the one on the cover page was, or at first. It's called Polar Lights. I'm not sure. What do you guys like more? Do you like Frozen Ocean? Polar Lights. I think I like Polar Lights. I think I would go for this one. I'm not in the market right now. Let's take a look at a couple more of these. What is this? This is a premium line one. Still has an original edge. Still has jumbo stainless steel frets. Air Norton tone zones. Okay, so the specs for this are still really good for premium. I'm not sure how much I love that finish though. Like, That's kind of a polarizing one. Like, some people really like those. I think it looks good. Maybe the pictures don't do it justice. I personally prefer the one that was before this one. Inlays, not bad, not going to complain. Honestly, I still think it's pretty cool. And they have a fixed bridge version of this as well, by the looks of it. As have the stainless steel frets, yeah. But it has a monorail bridge. Monorail. I'm trying to make a Simpsons reference, and I can't remember the actual quote. But you guys remember that when the monorail was coming to Springfield? All right, either way. It's cool. Don't love the finish, so let's move along. Let's see what this one is. This looks like a GIO. Okay, here's one of the cool things about some of these newer guitars, especially this is a student model, so we won't worry about the specs too much. It's just going to be cheap stuff. But what I have to say, what I like about this is a cool finish, and not some just piece of crap looking guitar. At least you can play this and look cool. Blue Metal Chameleon. Not going to complain. I mean, it's just, like I said, cheap specs. At least it's not made of plywood. It's poplar. Giving them that. Okay. The AZ line. AZ for you Americans, but I say Z. And mint green. I don't know if this is the expensive one or not. Yeah, it is. It's a prestige. I should read before I talk. I've never got to try an AZ. I would love to try an AZ. And the reason I would love to try an AZ is because they look phenomenal and they're kind of more like a traditional guitar, but still, like, you know, fairly modern too. I feel like you get some like killer tones out of that, like some Strat tones or something. It's got a Goto bridge on it. It's got jumbo stainless steel frets, and that's how you know that these guitars are expensive, because they have stainless steel frets on them. And Ibanez doesn't seem to put this on their lower lines too much. Seymour Duncan Fortuna. I've caught Fortuna with Seymour Duncan. All right. But they're passive pickups. I know nothing about those. All I can tell you, I think it looks cool. Let's take a look at this one now. This is in the premium line. Still has, they're putting a few more jumbo frets on here, so I might have been wrong. What I like about this one more is that it has 24 frets. I'd like to try the neck profiles. I heard they're a little bit different than like the Wizards. They call this the AZ Oval C. There's nothing wrong with C necks. I find as I've been playing guitar, you know, a lot longer, I'm not as picky about necks, neck profiles and stuff. I used to be like only Ibanez. Now I seem to enjoy some other ones. This looks like is this a 7-string version of that? It is. It's a premium. Probably got the Seymour Duncan Hyperions. I was hoping we'd get 4 more tuna. Okay. So we have the Gotos, jumbo stainless steel frets. Finish is cool. I don't love it. I kind of like it, the black like outer edges and the black headstock. It gives it a cool look, but I don't know if I love it. My favorite one was still that one above, like called Polar Ocean or something, or it was a Polar something. Okay, what else we got? The S series. This is what we got in the S series this time. So they got another fixed bridge S series. This is probably on the cheaper end of things, you know. Meranti body. These are always mahogany. So this is a cheap one. Let's see. So seafoam green, and what do they call the pink one? Pink gold metallic matte. You know, pink gold metallic matte is. I think I like the green more. Let's take a look at this AR 520 HFM. I think if you dug this, would be cool. I've never played one. Comes with a Super 58. Don't know what that means. Medium jumbo frets. I think this is probably a really good one for medium frets. Good Gibraltar Performer bridge. Ibanez has catered to a lot of markets over time. It wasn't just the metal guys and shredders. They made jazz boxes. Like you see the George Benson and stuff here. That's cool. I don't know anything about them. Now here's like kind of like their Ibanez, not like their Gibson looking like ES 335, 333 kind of deal. At one time, Ibanez was only making like, like knockoffs of other things, and they kind of end up doing their own thing and succeeding with it. But hey, what's awesome is that they actually do cater to another market. I don't know anything about these. I don't think I've ever played one. I'm sure it's pretty good. Some of the other Ibanez stuff that is out there is really awesome. Like their BTB bass that I have is phenomenal. Speaking of which, we're at the basses now. Actually, I spent all my last night playing bass, so because I was recording for a new song for you guys, I gotta do a music video, not this cheap stuff like I'm doing now. Let's just take a look at these picks. Can we scroll through? Is there like a next button? Just look at that back of that neck. Dude, that's phenomenal. That looks so nice. I don't know anything about, like, I've never played one of these. It's wacky looking, like basses. Why do basses always have to look so strange? But they do. Like, even my BTB looks strange, but it's a really good bass. I'm going to take a shot that one is too. So the SR line. Here's a classic line of basses that you see a lot of places. These are pretty common. I find maybe a bit more common than the BTBs, but the green finish, I kind of dig it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I love the back of these necks though. Just like look at that. They really got that down. But everybody looks at the front side, and the front side still looks pretty cool. See, I think when Kiesel came along, started making these like really cool finishes, that these other companies really had to step up their game, because Kiesel makes a really killer look and finish, and you can't just always have plain old black and white and this and that. You got to keep up, because you have to know what the kids want, and you have to give them another option. So Ibanez at least stepped up. I don't know anything about the specs on these too much, so I also know it's got a 5-piece panga neck. Panga, I don't know what that means. Purple Heart. It's Purple Heart. Yeah, titanium rods. Their basses are pretty high quality. That's probably a pretty high end bass for Ibanez. Let's see what the BTB line is. A lot of fan frets. Let's take a look at the 6-string here. Fan fret. It's cool. I don't know if I'd want it, but it depends on how low you want it to play stuff, what you want it to do. I'm pretty cool with my 35-inch BTB. It's kind of got a drab look. I think it works for this bass. It's probably a bass of class. The Ibanez basses are actually really, really good. What do they have for pickups in this thing? They're Ibanez pickups. Mine has Bartolini's. Interesting. And we have some acoustic guitars here we can check out too. Let's just take a look at this AEG. Probably a few more, features to compare to the Yamaha that's sitting over here, but it's probably a lot more expensive. Ebony bridge, ebony fretboard. Yeah, exactly. Bridge pins, Ibanez Advantage. Yeah. I have a student model that I did a review on, which will be out soon, by the way. If not now, depending on when you're watching this. I got to edit it, but here I am filming things. It looks really nice. What can I say? This looks like a very classy acoustic. I mean, look at that inlay. Let's see. This might be... They call them advanced acoustics. That means they're probably pretty nice. Now the website's going slow on us. I kind of like this dot pattern. You see that? I kind of dig that, where it's not just the two traditional dots like going vertical. They're actually going horizontal. I dig it. Okum neck. Okay. Let's see. I don't know tons here. That's probably still a really nice guitar, though. 5% bigger. Cool. You know what? When it comes to a lot of these guitars, especially these acoustics, I can't really tell you. Just, you got to go and play them yourself and see if you like them and they sound right to you, because I find they're just one of those things like, oh yeah, that one looks good. You can say that with any guitars. I just find that with acoustics, I need to try a whole bunch of them before I really know what I like. I can kind of adjust to things. I've always been into Taylors in that sense when I've tried them, and one of these days I have to get one. I'm sure these Ibanezers are cool if I could find one, but it seems like I could always find Taylors and Martins. Yeah, so there's some of the Ibanez catalog for this year. Let's just take, I want to take a look at one more. This super, super black thing. Everything but it's black. It's perfect. Oh, it's an iron label, that's why. Ebony fretboard, jumbo frets. Monterey. Man, that's actually spec'd really good, in all honesty. So, what was this? What was the scale length of this sucker? 25.5. Perfect for me. Well, you know. Well, there you have it. Some guitars that I'll never be able to find at a store in Nova Scotia because they never seem to bring them in. But either way, I think Ibanez is putting out some cool stuff again this year. I would like to try some of them. I think some of the finishes are really cool. I don't dig all of them. There's nothing that makes me go, I need it. But I feel like the quality is definitely there, especially once you get to the Japanese line of these, like the Prestiges. In conclusion, though, I really do like seeing that Premium has stainless steel frets now, and that more guitars are coming with stainless steel frets. They just feel better. I have them on my Solars. I'd love to have them on some other guitars. I mean, it wasn't as common back at one point. It's something from like, the last 10, 11 years. And anyway, I'm glad to see that Ibanez is doing that more, but they still cater to, the beginner markets to have affordable guitars, and they still cater to the high-end market as well. I just wish I could try some of them in person, Either way, thank you so much for watching this video. You guys have an awesome day. If you want to click the like button, that would be really helpful, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. See yous.